Namaste dear students. In this video, we will learn two activities to prove the necessity of chlorophyll and CO2 for photosynthesis in plants. So let's start with the discussion of first activity to show that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. To perform this activity, we need a potted plant having variegated leaves. This leaf can be obtained through a croton plant. Keep this leaf in dark room for 3 days so that all the starch is used up. Then keep it in sunlight for 6 hours. Then take a leaf from the plant and mark the green areas of the leaf on a sheet of paper. Then dip the leaf in boiling water to make it soft. Then dip the leaf in alcohol and heat it in water bath to decolorize it and remove the chlorophyll. This is also called bleaching of leaf. Then wash the leaf in water and dip it in dilute iodine solution. It will be seen that only the green parts of the leaf turn blue-black. This shows that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. You can see the difference in the two leaves. First leaf is before the experiment, where you can see some green portion and other yellowish portion. The green portion of the leaf show presence of chlorophyll in that portion, while the yellowish portion lack chlorophyll. So this type of leaf is called variegated leaf. Second leaf is the leaf after iodine test. The green portion of the leaf turn blue-black, showing the presence of starch in that area, while the non-green portion indicates yellowish color, showing that no starch is formed in that area due to lack of chlorophyll. Thus, from this experiment, it is clear that chlorophyll is essential for photosynthesis. Now we talk about the activity to show that carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. For performing this activity, we need two potted plants of the same size and keep them in dark room for 3 days so that all the starch is used up. This is called de-starching of leaf. Then keep the plants on separate glass jars. Keep a watch glass containing some potassium hydroxide KOH near one plant to absorb carbon dioxide. Cover both the plants with bell jars and seal the bottom of the jars with Vaseline to make it airtight. Keep the plants in sunlight for 3 hours. Then take a leaf from each plant and test for starch. The leaf of the plant kept in the jar containing potassium hydroxide does not show the presence of starch. This shows that carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. You can see in the picture we have taken two potted plants and we have covered them with the bell jars. Now potassium hydroxide is kept near to one of the potted plant and their bottom is sealed by using Vaseline. Potassium hydroxide absorbs CO2 present in the bell jar of setup A. So the plant A did not receive carbon dioxide necessary for photosynthesis, but the plant B continued to receive carbon dioxide. This difference is seen when we test both of the leaves for the presence of starch using iodine solution. So this was all about the activities that we have done to prove the necessity of two important factors for photosynthesis. One more activity is there, that is light is necessary for photosynthesis. For performing this activity, we need one potted plant, and in the similar way we need to keep this potted plant in complete darkness for 48 hours to de-starch the leaf. Now we take out this potted plant and cover a portion of this leaf with the black paper as shown in the figure, and then in the same way the leaf is plucked from the plant and is boiled in water for a few minutes. This will kill the leaf, and then the leaf is boiled in alcohol for a few minutes to decolorize it. Finally, the leaf is tested for the presence of starch using iodine solution. We would observe that only the uncovered portion of the leaf turned blue-black, showing the presence of starch in that area, while the covered portion of the leaf showed yellowish color, indicating the absence of starch. This proves that sunlight is essential for photosynthesis.